Welcome back to Mass Effect 3, everyone. So, we did the big priority mission on Rannoch last time, and a lot happened. We took down a Reaper, kind of semi-ourselves. We had the whole kind of Quarian fleet raining fire down from our one-on-one targeting with the Reaper. We actually spoke to the Reaper. It didn't have a name, that I saw anyway. They spoke to us about the cycle again, about how it. But interestingly, it's the first time we've had any kind of confirmations of theories and stuff that I've had. The Reaper said it was for the benefit, right? The benefit of organic life, the cycle, to preserve us, I guess, or to preserve future organic life, because we're just going to spread and consume, I guess. And wipe ourselves out, kind of like what happened to the Drell, I suppose. But it would have been nice to speak to it a bit more, but I suppose they're going to tease that for as long as possible, right? And then we managed to barter peace between the Quarians and the Geth. Legion wanted to upload the Reaper code to provide true intelligence, true consciousness to every individual Geth. Tali didn't want him to. We ended up siding with Legion, but we managed to barter a peace. Stopped the Quarian fleet from attacking, and then just when I thought we'd got the peaceful solution, Legion said that the only way to fully enable the kind of upgrade, I suppose, or the evolution of the Geth, he had to sacrifice his own code. And it just hit me, because we just had that cheeky little smirk after what was his name? I had the annoying Geth general, or one of the annoying Geth generals. Was it Geth? With the G anyway. After he just submitted, let me just alter you. There we go. Yeah, after he just submitted, and then he just said, I'm gonna have to sacrifice myself for the good of my people, essentially. And yeah, I'm getting a bit upset talking about it, man. A lot of the best characters are going, man. You know, Mordin, Thane, Legion, and I've been trying to put my finger on just what has made Legion kind of so good. He's been such an awesome character, right? Not just because he's a synthetic or anything. I don't know. There's been something about Legion. I think part of it. Excuse a long intro. I always end up doing these. I think part of it really reminded me of I don't know how many of you have played Final Fantasy IX, but if you want to play it, you know, obviously you might want to mute the video here for a second for a spoiler warning, I suppose. But it reminded me a little bit of the Vivi kind of character arc, a little bit, because, you know, like the Vivi and the mages are kind of created, and they get used by other people as kind of puppets, and they're thought of as this kind of evil force. They're not thought of as being like real people. They're not thought of as having like real souls, and there's always that real note of sadness to the story, especially when other people like patronize them or put them down. It had an element of that. It wasn't completely like that, but it had an element of that. Obviously, Legion was a much more mature feeling figure, and I kind of feel like they hinted towards Legion being a presence from the very beginning, or from the emergence of the Geth consciousness, right? But yeah, it had that kind of element to it of just being someone who's spent their whole lives being so hopelessly misunderstood and segregated, right? And it just made his sacrifice just so I don't know, just made it so poignant. Yeah. Okay, so after we got back, Tali took her mask off and we didn't get to see her face. What the hell is that about? What is that about? All this time they've had the masks on and they couldn't have just shown us. But we've got a new mission, I believe. We've got a new priority mission. The Asari Council spoke to us about the war effort. Okay, we picked up a codex entry here on the Reaper War. Obviously, we're going to go and talk to everyone on the ship, check on our war assets, update the codex. Okay, the Battle of Rannoch. The Quarians' plan to take back their homeworld was risky, and could easily have led to their annihilation if a peaceful solution hadn't been found. In an initial battle against the Reaper upgraded Geth ships, the Quarians found their heavy fleet and a portion of the patrol fleet outmatched. To stave off defeat, the Quarians retreated at faster than light speeds to rally with the civilian fleet on the far side of Rannoch's sun, Tikkun. Temporarily hidden, but with only minutes of advance warning should a Geth scout spot them, the Quarians planned counterattacks to disrupt the Geth link with the Reapers. First preying on a damaged Geth dreadnought, the Quarians followed by sending strike teams to Rannoch's surface to destroy the Reaper that was transmitting improved software to Geth forces. When the Reaper uplink was disrupted, the Geth suffered momentary downgrades in response time and intelligence, allowing the Quarians to press their advantage. But an emergency order from Commander Shepard and Admiral Shalaran Vastonbe broke off hostilities before the Geth's full capabilities were restored. It is to the Quarians' credit that all three fleets obeyed the order to ceasefire, even the civilian fleet, which had little combat experience. The Quarians' credit, is it now? The Geth, for their part, bore no ill will towards enemy combatants and broke off hostilities with perfect discipline. I mean, the Geth have shown no hostilities, intent, forward-thinking hostilities since their inception. They've only ever defended themselves. It remains to be seen how the Geth and the Quarians will manage to coexist on Rannoch. For now, they've committed their considerable military forces to repel the Reapers. Given the long-lasting animosity between the Geth and Quarians, it's possible that the Reapers didn't plan for the possibility of such an alliance and will be unprepared to contend with both armadas. I mean, the first thing that they want to do is find Admiral Zhen and either execute her or exile her immediately, because she will betray the Geth at the first opportunity, I believe. Okay, we got 4 points, so I'd rather save that for better armor penetration. Fitness is just useless to me at the minute. Okay, let's check our war assets. And Legion, just devastated about that. There was I've been listening to it quite a bit today, but there was like 20 seconds of the music just as it transitioned from the Quarian standing down to Legion talking about what he had to do. That 20 seconds of music was fabulous, just before the Mass Effect 1 theme music kicked in. Like that little 20 seconds was just awesome. I want like a whole song of that, please. The Geth Corps. Until recently, the Geth expected nothing but violence from organics and designed themselves accordingly. All Geth platforms are armed, shielded and built to withstand combat. When they're on the battlefield, enemy tactics and positions are swapped instantaneously between the AIs. The Geth also employ turrets and drones, expendable hardware support to keep losses of networked platforms to a minimum. The result is the largest and perhaps best equipped infantry in the galaxy. The Geth Fleet. Many Geth vessels are built to explore, mine, or provide transport between factories and space stations. But every Geth ship, regardless of purpose, is also capable of engaging hostile forces, unbound by the Treaty of Phyrexin. The synthetic intelligences built almost as many dreadnoughts as the Turians. Nice. The software running these ships is in the Geth themselves. Highly advanced electronic security measures and cyber warfare suites bolster already formidable power. The update, rewriting the Geth heretics, significantly boosted the processing power of the true Geth. Their increased strength made their fleets both more efficient and more lethal in battle. Okay, is that a good thing? I think that's a good thing. Okay. The Quarian civilian fleet makes up most of the Quarian flotilla. Properly coordinated, the fleet compensates for its lack of dedicated warships with its sheer numbers. Even its smallest crafts are equipped with ship-to-ship weaponry. The civilian live ships, enormous floating gardens that produce food for the Quarians, have also been fitted with massive Thanix cannons to provide heavy firepower. Rewriting the Geth heretics significantly boosted the processing power of the true Geth. Their increased strength. Yep, okay. So, was it a good thing that we rewrote them, I suppose, then? I'm not sure. Any pirates or mercenaries attempting to prey on the Quarian flotilla must contend with the heavy fleet's cruisers, frigates, fighters, and carriers. The heavy fleet is led by Admiral Han Gerrel. Yeah, that's him. The Admiral firmly believes in the importance of ship maintenance and regular training exercises, and actively encourages those on pilgrimage to seek out technology that will upgrade his fleet's capabilities. As a result, cutting-edge technology is often found in the best of the heavy fleet's vessels. The patrol fleet sacrificed several of its ships to take the brunt of the Geth's attacks on the heavy fleet, buying the heavy fleet time to repair its frigates and launch a successful counterattack. And the patrol fleet, they are scouts, flying ahead of the flotilla on the lookout for mineable bodies and hostile forces. They scan space with virtual intelligence systems that pick up heat signatures or other signs of foreign vessels. As the first ships to be targeted in any conflict, some of the Quarians' finest engineers monitor and repair the patrol fleet's shielding. The fleet's commanding officer, Admiral Shalaran, relies on speed and shields during combat. Okay, so let's have a look on the old map, because I imagine Tali will have taken up permanent residence now. Liara, Garrus, usual spots. Ashley. Tali's back down in engineering, of course. Javik's back down there. Vicky's in there, yep. Man, I hate not having Legion here. I absolutely hate not having him here. I don't know if there was a way to save him, you know? Maybe if we wouldn't have rewrote the heretics.
We just took down a Reaper without a giant thresher maw helping.
Damn right. We just showed the galaxy we can beat him.
I'll beat one of them. Yeah, the Reapers, man. It's just so many questions. It's just still so many questions.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Sure thing.
I hear you were on the ground with the Reaper. He fired up at us a few times.
Really?
Joker pulled the Normandy through some insane maneuvers to stay out of the line of fire.
It's hard being in a fight like that, especially when you're not the one flying the ship. Joker's one of the best, though.
He is.
At first I was nauseous, swinging around in my safety harness. But then I was furious. Just enraged. I wanted that thing dead.
You didn't want the Reapers dead when they attacked Earth?
I wanted them defeated. I wanted Earth saved. But I never wanted to physically tear them in half and watch them blow up.
Congratulations, trainer. I believe you've discovered your fight-or-flight instinct.
Perhaps I should have stayed with chess. Although now I think I'm spoiled by the lack of explosions.
It would have been, I imagine it's a pretty cool romance option to go with trainer, to be honest. You know, I don't think it would have the depth and history of the Liara thing. But if you hadn't committed to anybody really, or if you'd bounced between a few others, this would probably be really appealing, I imagine.
Commander.
Well, let's check our messages. Okay, so I would go and do the Dr. Bryson DLC right now. But I get the feeling that as soon as we show up at the Citadel, this is going to kick off in some way. I don't know if, you know, Kai Leng's going to show up again. From Tali, I found work to do. Shepard, just wanted to let you know that I'm going to join Adams in engineering. It seems like the best place for me to help, as long as I'm coming with you anyway. Please drop by when you have a minute. Of course. Progress report. Shalaran Vas Rannoch. Nice. We're all going to have to change the names now. Commander, with assistance from the Geth, our fleet is nearly back to full strength. We focus most of our efforts on providing evacuation assistance and support from the Turian fleet, while the Geth harass the Reapers. Even with our newfound peace, it seemed foolish to risk an incident by putting our forces in closer proximity. Fair enough. I understand from Admiral Jen that the Crucible project continues well, though Jen herself seems dissatisfied with the technological capabilities of the device. Though eccentric, she's also brilliant. Hopefully she'll find some way to improve its functionality. So Jen is working on the Crucible. Yeah, that's risky. Well, at least she can't murder a bunch of Geth while she's there. I would never have believed you would talk hand down, Commander. Take care of Tali's aura for me. Keyless ally. Man, that's making me think of Legion. Every time I read Keyless ally now. Oh, for God's sake. See, like, all these annoying people being left alive while all our best friends end up dead. Diana Allers is still here. God! Take her, Reapers. I suppose it wasn't the Reapers who took Legion, but you know what I mean. Okay, it may be hard to believe after what we just went through, but the rest of the galaxy is barely aware the Quarians ever went into the Veil, let alone started a war with the Geth. We're sitting on a major piece of history here. I have material from all the players except you. Can I get into your cabin for an hour and get your thoughts on vid? Yeah, sure. Just don't make a clumsy attempt at seduction again, Alice. Please. You are not my type. You're drunk for one thing. Jeff?
Gotta hand it to you, Commander. That's the first time I've seen someone end a war by yelling.
I was never going to kill the Geth, Joker.
After seeing what the Geth Rebellion really looked like, I figured they deserved a chance.
Thank you, Commander. I doubt many organics would have trusted a synthetic race.
And now we've got 2 fleets for the price of 1. We didn't lose anybody.
Except Legion. Before it sacrificed itself. Legion referred to itself as I instead of we.
Yeah? So?
The singular pronoun indicates Legion's independent personality had fully actualized. In its last moments, it was not an avatar of the Geth consensus. It was a person.
That's what I figured.
Well, when the Geth fleet helps us retake Earth, I guess we'll owe that to him.
Yeah, we will.
Commander?
It's on your mind, EDI.
I was just reflecting. The Quarians' historical era was not making the Geth enough like them.
I'm not sure I understand.
Units with networked intelligences will trend toward cooperation for mutual benefit. But units with central heuristics establishing an individual personality, such as myself, develop preferences. These preferences form attachments that keep my calculations from devaluing the worth of the lives aboard the Normandy.
You're saying the Geth turned on the Quarians because they aren't individuals?
No.
That is my theory, but it is limited to a sample size of one society. The only other notable synthetic society is the Reapers, and we do not know if they govern by consensus as the Geth do.
Do me a favor. Don't ask them.
Yeah, but the Geth were all... The Geth didn't start all this, man. I know that they fought back, but they were just defending themselves. They were yeah.
Hello, Shepard.
Quarians were trying to eradicate them, you know? Alright, let's go talk to Tali before we talk to Allers. I need to make a commitment on one of these expensive guns as well. Oh, he's on there. God damn it, man. Damn it, Legion. I really don't... If Ashley says something bad here...
Impressed you got those 2 groups together.
Thanks.
We'll see how long the peace lasts. Commander?
Good talk. Alright. Honestly, I think Glyph has had better character development. I'm joking.
Reaper gone, and peace between the Geth and Quarians. It's amazing.
And now my people have a world to fight for. Something they know will last forever.
So long as you and the Geth remain good neighbors.
They're not our servants anymore. I'm not sure what we should call them. Allies?
Friends?
There's still too many wounds on either side. But maybe
Sure. Hey, Glyph. I didn't think we'd picked up any intel. Email from Sergeant Kavanagh to Sergeant Ichi. Next time, you want to warn me that the Geth are our friends and that maybe we're not supposed to shoot the big robots. I almost pissed myself when these primes started dropping out of the sky and mopping up the Reapers. Have they gone directly to Earth? We fired a few rounds at them until we realised they weren't firing back. Then this one comes over, said they're allied assistants, and asks for our status. I'm not complaining, they saved my crew, but I'm never living down having to apologise to a Geth for shooting one of its damn lights off. Yeah.
The migrant fleet and the Geth warships have joined Admiral Hackett.
Good.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by.
A pleasure to see you.
And you, Glyph? See, manners don't cost anything, do they? I sounded so old when I said that, right?
Peace between the Geth and Quarians.
Who would have thought?
Not how I ever imagined that would turn out. And next you'll be telling me the Krogan and Turians are cooperating. Oh, right. You managed that one too. You're a peacemaker, Shepard. A rare thing these days. Now, if you can pacify the Reapers, we'll make you a saint.
Hey, maybe I can.
Not sure if having an army of Geth behind us gives me confidence or makes me feel like there's a target on my back.
Oh, come on, dude.
Good to see you.
Oh, Legion. I want him back right now.
Nothing to report.
Okay, Tali's aura.
Kenneth, you comment on every woman's figure but mine.
Well,
What? You don't like my legs?
Gabby, it's you. You know?
No chicken shit, I don't know. All you do is make stupid sexist comments to avoid saying anything real.
Gabby, now's not the time. We've got work to do. Responsibilities.
Ah, grow a pair, Ken. Look around you. Tomorrow may not come. Something to say or no?
Gabby, please. We have a duty to the ship and the crew.
What about us? Just listen to yourself. Kenneth, you comment on every woman's
Just
figure.
kiss her, Donnelly.
Well, we're not fighting this war for ourselves, Donnelly. We're fighting for the people close to us. Time is short.
I see your point, Commander. Gabby, I think your legs are spectacular.
Well, that's a start.
Nothing to report.
Oh, where's Tali? Oh, there she is.
Commander.
Can't be. No. I guess that's right.
Hey, Tali. How's it going?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I just got communication from the fleet. Sorry. From Rannoch. In the old days, I'd send any new technology I found back to the fleet. I should probably be doing that with the agriculture samples now. I don't know anything about raising crops.
How are your people doing?
It's crazy. The Geth are helping.
Yeah.
Setting up housing, adapting power systems. They are doing in weeks what would have taken us years. Geth are even uploading into the suits of Quarian volunteers. They're rewriting environmental functions, jump-starting our immune systems.
Yeah, it's almost as if you've wasted 300 years. Oh. Sorry. I missed Legion. Okay, that's the only. I'm overreacting.
That doesn't seem possible.
The Geth are software, not hardware. They can transfer themselves from a normal
Right.
body into anything with enough processing power. They're mimicking infections, so the host can adapt without getting sick. It's like making a vaccine.
That's awesome.
So the Quarians won't have to wear those suits anymore.
It doesn't seem possible, but yes, in a few years, with Geth improvements, we won't need them. We might still wear them. The suits have become part of our society. But a rupture won't be a death sentence. Today, on Rannoch, there are Quarian children who will grow up healthy and strong, thanks to the Geth.
Yes, thanks to the Geth.
To you.
No. I'd have killed the Geth with no regrets. And I'd have been wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just, crazy, because we had so many discussions about this in the first game, right, when we were talking to Tali, and yeah, it's just awesome seeing, like, it all coming round and so much having changed. A lot of stuff having not changed as well.
I can't believe my people are working with the Geth. The Geth are helping us rebuild. I never thought I'd see it. Our scientists and the Geth have done amazing work on the Crucible together. Hey, Shepard.
Good to have you back, Tali. So if I'm going to buy one of the expensive guns, I'll probably wait until I'm actually back on the Citadel. Hey, Vickers.
Thank you, Commander. I've seen a Reaper die before my eyes.
Have you never seen that?
You are proving that humans are capable soldiers. But I question this peace you have brokered. No such thing is possible between machines and organics. I would have destroyed the synthetics without hesitation. And these Quarians, let's just hope they are reliable allies. It is difficult to trust a species that hides behind masks.
They're not hiding. They're doing it so they don't die. Hiding behind the masks. What the hell? I'm just picturing like some guy walking down the street on crutches, and Javik just like kicks the crutches out. It's like, weakness, don't use them, and the guy like falls over. Kicking wheelchairs out from under people, taking away their guide dogs because it's a sign of weakness. Oh dear. I mean, this ultimately, I think the part of this attitude is why the Protheans lost, right? They weren't flexible enough. They didn't put any faith in allies, in others. They were too rigid. And he has admitted as much in terms of them being predictable, in terms of at least in terms of military tactics by the Reapers.
The only conflict you should concern yourself with is ending the one with the Reapers. Diplomacy does not win wars. Powerful and plentiful firearms do. Commander.
We'll see, buddy. Alright. Let's go talk to Cortez.
Sounded like quite an ordeal getting that Turian reactor up and running.
I've been through worse.
Well, glad you were able to get some help from Captain Riley's team. Sometimes I forget we aren't all alone in this war.
Yeah. Man, he's a much better realised character than James is, right? I understand he already has a purpose in terms of flying the ship, so he couldn't have been a squad mate, but he's been fleshed out loads better than James has so far. And better than Ashley, probably, as well.
With you till the end, Shepard.
Cheers, mate.
Ma'am.
Well, probably not in more detail than Ashley, just because we know a lot more about Ashley's background. Maybe we'll learn more about James's, I don't know.
I can't believe you got the Geth and Quarians to play nice. You should get a medal for that alone.
Oh, thanks.
Looks like we just need to get the Asari on board, and we can finally focus on the Reapers. But I don't suppose it'll be as easy as all that.
Nothing ever is.
One step at a time, I guess. 300 years it took to take back the Quarian homeworld. I sure as hell hope it doesn't take that long for us.
It might do, mate.
I'm ready to see Earth again, Shepard. Hey.
I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit hopeful in terms of what I'm expecting from him, because we're like over 50 hours into the game, I guess. Okay. What did we pick up? I can never remember what it is that we picked up. I wish there was an easier way to see. That doesn't look very nice anyway. That's probably the one I'd like to use, but the stats don't make sense for me. I do like the Rosenkopf, I just hate the white bits. Like, the white bits are just minging. I want the gold and the purple with black in between. Well, we picked up a new chest, right? No. No, not at all. That one is awesome, man. What the hell did we pick up? We picked up something new. I know that we did. Oh, is that actually new? The mnemonic one? Yeah. Okay, sweet. We'll take the extra damage then. Yeah, sure. I like the recharge, but I don't mind switching it up. I don't think we picked up any new guns or anything. Doesn't look like we missed anything. Alright, we'll buy new stuff on the Citadel itself. Right, let's go talk to Alice. What are we on? Half an hour? Alright, Alice. Come on up.
Trainer, can you send up Diana Allers? She wants to talk to me.
She's on her way, Commander.
I'm sure you've got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the last time most of us heard about Geth, they were attacking the Citadel alongside Sovereign.
Yes, and you should know that was a minority of the Geth. Most of them are not hostile to organics.
Is that how you explain that they're allies, and no longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes?
Yeah, the Geth completely misunderstood. Questions like that don't help either.
What you have to realize is that despite their reputation, most Geth are not inherently violent. The Quarians attacked them. The Geth fought back in self-defense just like any organic would. Now that we've freed the Geth from Reaper control, they'll want payback for their enslavement.
But you're going to take an army of synthetics to fight Reapers with untold hacking abilities. What's keeping the Reapers from reprogramming the Geth like they have before?
They've been upgraded. I suppose she's right. They could still probably do it, but...
The Geth are extremely intelligent, and they've put incredible thought into solving this problem. They're not going to turn again. I'd bet my life on it.
Now here's a question from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed... So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy what we've done. They could use some good news.
Aye aye, Commander.
Yeah. Get out. Desperate measures? Oh, Geth Corps. Oh right, what, they heard the story. Desperate measures. Faced with utter annihilation, military planners have considered extreme solutions to their quest to stop the Reapers. The two most plausible are the destruction of mass relays and the use of starships as suicide weapons. Yeah, the mass relay thing is a great point. I suppose it's not going to slow them down that much though, and it'll cut off resource avenues, right? Pipelines even. Destroying a mass relay to stop the Reapers' advance is infeasible. Although it has recently been proven that mass relays can be destroyed, a ruptured relay liberates enough energy to ruin any terrestrial world in the relay's solar system. It would take too long to evacuate the millions or billions of people living near each relay, and the Council is unwilling to sacrifice that many lives when combat stands a chance of saving them. Even if a garden world were to survive the relay's destruction, the Reapers have infinite patience. They travelled out of dark space using conventional faster-than-light travel within the galaxy. It's not an insurmountable barrier. Meanwhile, starships are too costly to be used as projectiles, given that it would take many collisions to seriously harm a Reaper. Some armchair admirals suggest that a single starship travelling faster than light could obliterate a Reaper capital ship, but all ships based on Mass Effect technology possess hardwired safety features to prevent faster than light collisions. If a ship's faster than light plotter finds a significant object in the path of a planned jump, the FTL drive refuses to fire in the first place. This is not a perfect safety feature. The sensors can only scan for objects within a reasonable distance at light speed, and a navigator must plot the rest of the course. But it is so inherent to the FTL warm-up process that removing it is nigh impossible. Cynical intelligence analysts note that the secret of Mass Effect technology, including that safety system, has always been attributed to the Protheans, just as the mass relays were. Interesting. I suppose if we could gather all the Reapers in one place and then blow up the relay and blow up that entire solar system, maybe there's potential for that. We'd have to dangle, like, all of the fleets in one place or something. Yeah, maybe that's what the Crucible is designed to do, I don't know. Okay, so I'm not going to go and do planet scanning right now. I will come back to do that kind of stuff. I think we've already done Tikkun. But I'm sure we'll get a chance to go back anyway, so... Let's go meet the Asari Councillor. I imagine this is going to kick in straight away. I don't know, maybe I'm just assuming that we're going to get ambushed by Cerberus again. Alliance docks.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy.
Oh, no way.
Do you need ground transport?
Where did she say to meet her? In the embassies?
I need to get to the embassies.
Udina's office.
Yes, Commander.
I will double check the map though. That's not the right button, Matt. There we go. Okay, no one in the dock. Dr. Oh yeah, we've got something to give to him. Jacob's bloody well still there. Tali's back in the Presidium Commons. She was having an argument with someone there, right? Okay. Alright.
No, I know what I said. Divert forces to the new coordinates. Trust me. We may not be able to stop the Reapers, but I think we can predict their movements now.
Damn straight.
My wife was just sent back to active duty, and I'm about to get shipped out too. I was told you might be able to help me.
Of course. You're a Neota spouse, correct?
Yes. How did you know that?
Does this reset?
We keep identity information on all permanent Citadel residents engaged in formal relationships with Asari. That way, should anyone require diplomatic aid, we can ensure prompt assistance.
It's wonderful. Then you can help.
Yeah, that whole conversation is just reset, I think.
I'm afraid, however,
that outfit is just, look how low that front bit is hanging. I mean, that's just unnecessary. I mean, look how low that's hanging. Okay, checking for bugs.
I want all remaining files secured and marked for Tentron clearance only. Commander Shepard, thank you for coming.
Did you find something?
The Council has ordered a full review into Donald Udina's activities. We're still piecing together his coup attempt. But that isn't why I asked you here.
Okay.
The situation is growing urgent for my people. We're aware your Crucible is still missing a key component.
The catalyst. Do you know something?
Yeah, maybe not the best place to discuss
Not exactly, but there is a artifact on our homeworld, Thessia, known only to highest levels of my government.
Right.
What is it?
With any luck, it's a means to help you locate the catalyst. The artifact is kept in a temple located at these coordinates. I've ordered a scientific team to meet you there.
Are you worried Cerberus have got insiders?
If this artifact is so important, why keep it hidden?
Every species in the Citadel has its secrets, Commander. But this one, in the wrong hands, would upset the balance of galactic power.
The Reapers are doing that right now.
Which is why I'm bringing this to you.
Alright, I understand. Thanks.
I appreciate the help.
It's you who will be helping us. The
well
matriarchs
aware.
are growing desperate. For the first time in our history, Thessia is vulnerable. For all our intellect, we're outmatched by Reaper firepower.
Yeah, you don't say.
I'll do what I can.
Whether you know it or not, you've become the sole ray of hope in a very dark night. Goddess be with you.
Okay, thank you, Counselor. Priority Thessia. Okay. Priority. Right, let's read the Codex entries. The Asarian, growing desperate as the Reapers attack their systems, have revealed an artifact that may hold the key to finding the catalyst. Meet a scientific team at a temple on Thessia and investigate the artifacts for clues. Sorry, Mr. Narrator. I'm the narrator. Right, Thessia. The Asari homeworld, Thessia, is the core of the largest economy in the Milky Way. The planet's reserves of element zero are so vast that they affect its price galaxy-wide. Because life on Thessia evolved in an EZO-rich environment, the world is home to a wealth of both biotically active and EZO-resistant species. Travel to the planet's surface is strictly controlled, but smuggling remains an issue. Thessia is host to varying republics instead of a single government, and, although each maintains a formidable military, is notable for having long been free of internal or external wars. The Asari are renowned for their cultural and political dominance, and they excel in ambassadorial ventures. They have a strong presence in Citadel politics and galactic policy. However, it is the unfocused political structure of their homeworld that has left the Thessians unprepared for the current conflict. Okay, so a slight lack of unity in terms of their military forces and stuff, because they still have separate governments, not a single unifying one. Alright, we've got some things we can hand in. We'll check in with the squad mates here. Of course, Cerberus. A commendation for Captain Riley. Captain Riley, an N7 operative, has been nominated for a commendation for valor for her actions at Sion. Captain Riley. Oh, I thought that said Bailey. I was like, what? Okay. Approval from a Spectre would fast-track the award process. Why not? Okay, so this is the Phalanx upgrade, which is what I want. The Paladin is the Carnifex upgrade, which is what I don't want. How much is the Eagle? Okay, 80k. Not too bad. We're pretty flush as it stands. I don't know why we've got duplicates of this, but I guess the Hurricane is an upgrade of what's it called? The other SMG anyway. Yeah, let's get the Eagle. Let's give it a quick test and then we'll upgrade it when we get back on the Normandy. Oh, the stats are way different. Okay, I guess we just need to upgrade it and then it'll be comparable, right? So we'll just go with the usual damage and power damage, sorry. Oh, and pierce. Oh no, we don't need the pierce, do we? Because we'll have AP ammo. Oh, nice. We can have the heavy barrel and still be at 200. Amazing. What's new? Oh yeah, the Geth plasma shotgun. This 3-barreled Geth weapon fires miniature but potent cluster rounds of superconducting projectiles and has a longer range than standard shotguns. The 2-stage trigger system allows for either quick-fire capacitors or a charge and release attack to electrify the projectiles as they exit the weapon. As the rounds hit the target, they fragment and electricity arcs between the pieces, flash converting the air to conductive plasma. The resulting impact, heat, and electrical charge overloads shields and barriers and causes massive trauma to unarmed targets. Interesting. I'll give it a try. And I need to properly try the Valkyrie as well, right? Oh. Oh! There's still one shot on these things, isn't it? God, that must do an absolute ton of damage. Wait, what? Since when has that had a sight on it? Okay, I'm down. Okay, let's mess around with the build a bit here. Obviously we're not going to use that. How heavy is that? That is pretty heavy, isn't it? And that weighs basically nothing. Yeah, look, that's worth 5%. And we've only got a 10% weight reduction, so... Maybe we'd be better off going for accuracy on this. Oh, gold! Oh, that occupies the power slot. That's a bummer. It's not worth the power offset, is it? That'll be more significant once we've upgraded the thing. Okay, let's go talk to everyone. And hand in this quest at the hospital. And maybe not talk to Jacob. I can't imagine Jacob's going to have anything new to say. Yes, we've got to turn in a quest at the hospital, yeah? Yeah. And then I think what we'll do is... Hello?
Urgently, human, I must speak to you on behalf of my people.
Sure.
What is it?
Holding sorrow, Dakuna, my home world.
Oh, man.
The Reapers have come. Holding sorrow, our warriors are under siege, but your forces can rescue them. Urgently, please. All the other races have turned us aside.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that there were Elko warriors.
How do your people fight?
Proudly, with VI-assisted infantry. Our soldiers carry heavy weapons into battle mounted on their backs.
Nice.
Mixed pride and shame. Our enemies have called us living tanks, as well as names less flattering.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
I'll take the Normandy as soon as we have time.
Relief. Thank you, Commander. Small hope. Perhaps we can evacuate some of our civilians when your forces arrive. Anxiously, I will remain here for news. Please hurry. Dakuna burns.
Is this a time-sensitive mission? Is this an actual mission, or is this just a scan? The Elko have requested an emergency extraction for warriors and civilians trapped on their homeworld of Dakuna. Search for survivors on Dakuna, rescue them if possible, and return to the Elcor ambassador. Maybe that's an actual mission then. You guys are like, I don't know if that's time sensitive.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
So you went back to the farm?
We snuck down the hill. We were hungry, filthy. They'd turned the towel into a kind of tunic. They'd cleaned up the bodies to make more husks, I figured. But there were still farmers alive. They were being held prisoner. And Naira was there, directing the other forces. I could see her. I got within 10 meters of her. If I just had my gun.
What happened next?
I got to the prisoners. The farm girl unlocked their restraints, and that's when they all started screaming.
Indoctrinated, maybe?
Something else?
I'm glad we had time to talk.
Me too.
That's all the same,
Gotta
right?
take the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Shepard.
Take care, Jacob.
You too, Shepard. I'm thinking about you.
All right. Okay, he's in here. Is it you? Doctor? 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 Doctor?
Yes, General Corellius should make
Oh.
a full recovery. He's already awake and responsive.
Where the hell is this Dr. Silent? Aha.
There's got to be something. I came across this treatment plan at a
Damn
chemical
it.
plant. Could it help?
Treatment? What is... I've never seen this kind of process before.
Huh. Probably experimental. It's a long shot, but let's run some tests and see if it might work for our patient.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt them then, guys. Alright.
The prisoners were indoctrinated.
You think?
And once the alarm was sounded?
Naira's eyes were black. The whole time, not just for a second. I could feel her mind from where I was standing. The humans were in the way, attacking us. I used my biotics, flung them around. I'd been horrified when Naira tore the farmers apart, but goddess, I ripped them in half. And it felt good.
There's nothing shameful about feeling an adrenaline rush during battle.
Yeah.
I might have killed more than Naira and those husks did. She wanted them alive, to turn them, and I...
And you survived.
I've really enjoyed that whole build-up of that. I mean, I'm sure there's a bit more of it, but...
Status recognized. Please select a destination.
Okay.
1 moment.
I'm going to have to check in with everyone, obviously. I'm going to head back to the Normandy before we do Dr. Bryson's lab, just to
Now
see...
arriving at Presidium Commons.
Just to see if we pick up another like N7 mission or two from Admiral Hackett or something. Tali Zora?
Of course. We can have ships at the colony in 36 hours. Do you need medical support?
No, evacuating the colony is more than enough. Thank you, Ambassador.
Ambassador?
I'm coordinating actions for the fleet while we're here. Evacuating colonies, bolstering Turian defense lines. Huh. I think it was right here. 3 years ago to the day.
What?
This was where Saren's assassins fired at me. I'd just gotten to the Citadel. I didn't think I needed my barriers up. My mistake.
Saren had assassins after you?
Right. I disabled the Geth and found that recording that proved he was working with the Reapers. I went to Ilium and tried to inform the authorities, but Saren's mercenaries attacked me. I barely escaped. I stowed away on a Turian freighter and came out here. I thought I was safe.
You never told me about this. How bad was it?
Got me in the arm. They used polonium rounds. I was running a fever in minutes. It was the first time I'd been really hurt on my pilgrimage. I ran to the council embassy, asked for protection, offered the data on Saren. The Turian clerk called me suit rat. He threatened to have me tossed off the station if I didn't leave.
I wish that clerk could see you now.
He just did. That was him back there.
No way.
I don't think he remembers me.
Oh, well, you deserve a lot of credit for not holding a grudge.
And you're assisting him in spite of that.
This war is too big for old grudges.
Yeah.
You showed me that. We're at peace with the Geth. I can't waste my time on a Turian who made me angry.
Yes.
Besides, it all worked out. I made it to the wards. You found me. Happy ending.
And now the Turians will get the aid they desperately need.
I nearly reminded him who I was. Made him apologize, rubbed his nose in it. Maybe he and I both needed to grow up a little.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
difference is that you helped when it counted.
Thanks, Shepard. So did you.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. Life's too short for grudges like that.
Everything looks so peaceful. In here, you can almost forget about the war.
Except for the, you know, smoke.
I never get tired of looking at this place. I never thought they'd let a Quarian up here. The Presidium is so beautiful. Everything looks so peaceful.
The clutch is stabilized? Really? That is wonderful news, my sister. You wish to name the first hatched after the one who helped us? I think that's a wonderful idea.
Here we're going to have some Solarians named Shepard.
Hello, Shepard.
Ah. Alright, I don't think we need to check in on James and Zaid, for God's sake. So, we'll just nip back to the Normandy, see if we get a few side quests, show up, and see what they are, and then probably do Dr. Bryson's DLC in the next episode. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really sure what it's even going to be about. I'll read the journal entry before we start.
Spectre status. One moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
Are we going to get an update on these soldiers?
You're sure of what you saw?
Yes, Sergeant.
Heard from your brother since then?
No, Sergeant.
All right, Talavi. I'll see if I can get you fighting Reapers instead of Cerberus.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You won't thank me so much when you're eye-deep in husks.
Yeah, I guess not. Alright.
Commander?
Huh. No, nothing. Okay. Oh, that's what I should check. If that's a proper mission, then it will show up on the galaxy map. So I'll just check that quickly. All right, that's Thessia. Oh man, I can't even remember which cluster the Elcor homeworld's in. Ah. Yeah, so it's not a mission, otherwise I believe it would show up in writing, so good to know. Alright guys, we're going to leave that episode there. I'm just still cut up about Legion, but yeah, we've got our next mission. Next important part, or potentially important part, or directions to the important part for the Crucible. We'll do as many side questing stuff before Thessia as possible, but really the only major side quest we've got to do now is this Dr. Bryson's DLC. I think that the Anderson's apartment DLC we don't need to do before Thessia. I don't think Thessia is the point of no return. It's a different mission, I believe. Something to do with Cerberus. I've not been spoiled or anything. That's just what you guys told me without trying to warn me without spoiling me, which is fine. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this one, guys. We'll leave it there. Just remember, everyone, never trust an uncrate. I'll see you next time.